Hello everyone, Who Talking, and today I'm going to cover sided parts from Forge Multiparts mod by Chicken Bones. So, this is my blog, for those of you who didn't know, who.altervista.org. Here I keep many of my tutorials, so feel free to visit and take advantage. So, let's see. Here is our mod from last time. So, what happens is I created a new block. Oops. And I named it multiparts sided example. Here. Now, we want to turn this block in a sided one, and then mess up with turning it into a multipart. So, first thing is to copy all these methods. This is my tutorial again. Oops, didn't mean to click that. So, let's see. First thing is this. On block placed, we return side. This sets the metadata of the block to this value, side. Now, can we place the block at those coordinates? And we return, well, we can do something easier, maybe. Wall dot is side solid to forge direction dot east. Yeah, let's just add this. Import. Nice. So this is forge directions for those of you who didn't know, and it's basically a util that comes with Microforge. So let's take advantage of that. So this is all nice and easy. We need one more method actually. Override and can place block inside to world integer x, integer y, integer z, integer side, and we do public boolean height. Yes, don't statement is false. So now for can place block on side, we do this. Forge direction is forge direction dot get orientation ID side, and we get the opposite. So basically what's happening is this. When you right click the top face of a block, you get a direction that is up, and then you get the opposite, which is down. So when we do world dot is side solid x plus direction dot offset x plus y dot direction dot offset y, and z plus direction dot offset z. Okay, and side we can do, yes, side should be fine. If true. If side is solid, return true. So what you can do, return true if true, and return false is false. This should be quicker. What's your problem? For direction. Okay. We need the dir dot get opposite again. So we get the opposite and then the opposite again, which is the actual direction. So this should do. This basically gets in our example, if we right click the top of a block, basically we get the block below the block we clicked, the block in which space our block will be. We get the block below, and we check if the top is solid. That's basically what's happening. I'll show you now. So I made the Minecraft print on the console the name of the direction. So if we try to right click this block, we get south. So basically what's happening is this. Minecraft checks for the block south to X, Y, and Z, which is basically this block here, and check if the direction opposite to south, which is north, this way, is solid. Next we have a neighbor block change. So this is used to make our block drop if the block our block is attached to is removed. So basically we have a block like this. Oh, and by the way, don't mind the icon here, you will need something else to deal with that. Basically, if we remove the center block, all our blocks should drop. That's the idea. So what we do, we can probably remove this actually. So I'll do that now. Just a quick test. Bear with me a second. Yes. So it's not really necessary to have this code here. Just remove that. So shift. Okay. So what's happening is basically this. We check for the block metadata. So side is let's say south, and that's I think number 2. So metadata is 2. If we can't place the block on said side, so basically if this block here is not there anymore, drop our block as an item and set this block to air. So basically you drop as an item and the block is set to air. Beautiful. Next is set block bounce based on state. So what's happening is this. Based on the metadata, we set the block bounce, and I suggest you to play with it. So yeah, or just copy my code. It's not too hard, I think. This is basically min x, min y, min z, max x, max y, and max z for 5 possible 6 or 6 possible directions. So in theory could do something like this. Ouch. Oh, I was dying. Am I? I'm glitching. Oh, well, this is a bug, definitely. I'll need to troubleshoot this. Well, not now. So, yeah, this is our block. It's working, and we need to turn this into a multipart. So, let's get into it. So, what happens next is this. We need to emulate the behavior of our torch, of the torch made by chicken bones, example mod. So, part register needs to be edited. For example mod dot block side example, we add our new block. Then we need our code thingy, my side block, we'll call it like that. And then we need this. If example mod is block sided example, return new example sided part. And then here, if my sided block, then return new example sided part. Okay, so now we create our class that extends Minecraft sided meta part import that, and add the implement methods. So what now? Now get type is, as usual, this string. Get bounds is a bit complicated, we'll keep that for later. Get block is example mod dot sided example. Side for meta, we can do meta, it's fine. Now sided meta part. Why meta? Because we actually have a field called meta, which is basically the metadata for our block. So all we do is this. Get this, and we can copy paste here. So of course with some changings. So here turn null otherwise, and if meta is 0, then return new cuboid 6, and float double is fine. So turn new for all of these. New cuboid 6, and of course meta. So we check the metadata, and we turn our block bounds or cuboid 6, whatever. Okay, so part register. We actually need to edit this a little bit because we need to set our metadata on block placement. So torch a constructor with no arguments and a constructor with meta. We will need to implement them both. Public example sided part, no arguments, and just call super. Then integer meta return super meta. Okay, when is this constructor used? In here, convert, we need to get the metadata here, all dot get what oh yes, integer meta is world dot get, now there we go, get block metadata, pose dot x, pose dot y, pose dot z, and we return this new part meta. Okay, basically this method convert is called whenever you mouse over a block that is convertible, and basically it returns a new part and checks if it can basically fit in that space. So, and if you right click, the part is actually added. So now let's see if we run Minecraft. Where are we? By the way, in side for meta we should probably do this for direction dot and meta, so that basically we get the opposite direction. So it happens, oops, is this, we place the block and we can place our covers around it and above it, and it's all fitting inside that one block space. Can't get there. Okay, so this is the easy part. Now is the more complicated part, because if we actually want to click on these sides to add a new part, we can't. We take a look at torches, you actually can right click and they all fit within that block space, but our part can't for now. That's what we'll go through now. Yes, can't. So this is going to be a bit hard, so basically if you don't need this you might want to skip this, but do whatever you want basically. Now to the fix. Let's see, let's take a look at Forge multipart Minecraft. We'll need the event handler and Minecraft multipart mod, and yeah, they should do. So we already implemented that content.init, which is this. Now we need this. What this thing is doing is creating a new event handler, which we will create in a second, and we are using our, well, not our, but Chicken Bones packet custom system, so that we can add those parts, because you'll understand why in a bit, because it's quite a complicated thing. Now let's create our event handler first. So mod.eventHandler, no, go away, and let's create our class. Good. Now event handler. I'll explain these lines in a second. Now what we do is we copy all this code. I know I'm doing a lot of copy and paste, but trust me, this is the best way. Now, okay, and all good, almost. Yeah, we don't need this. And if head block is actually example mod dot block set example, part is a new Minecraft. No, this is the block, sorry. Example side part here. There you are. Dot placement. Now, what is this placement thingy? Let's do, well, let's check here. For example, our torch part. Placement is a static method that we will need to copy paste in here. Now, what is our problem? First, some explanation. For that, basically, you can't add multiparts to the server. So you do this. This is called, sorry, you can't add multiparts to the client. So this is called client side, our event, and we go through place. Chicken Bones has some fixing for issues. This is because vanilla is weird, so that's why I basically copied all his code, because can get pretty messy pretty easily. So you place client side, you go through and try to get a part from our placement method here. Next, if the world, well, if the world is remote and sneaking, then to use block activated and stuff. But basically, if the world is not remote, so it's server, you can add the part. If the world is not the server, what you do is send a packet to the server, which is done through chicken bones package system. This is really helpful. So let's try this. Now, first of all, our placement method here. What we do is, if side is equal to null, I don't care. We can place our part wherever we want. Then we do if not block dot is side solid, blah blah blah, and we can delete this. Okay, return null. Otherwise, yeah, terminate, fine. Otherwise, you can return a new torch part, and our torch part argument is side, or opposite, we'll basically check later. So, what's the issue here? What? Okay. You were lying. Now, here. Okay. Let me see. Okay, basically, I think it's not liking my new class, so we call this example event handler and example event handler, rename to, okay, here you cool, you port, okay, okay, now fine. So now we can keep on. So a quick recap. We go through our place method client side and we send the packet to the server. We need to send that packet. Now, our packet can't be sent through chicken bones handler. You can use packet custom, but we must assign a new handler, our custom handler. So we can, let's see, name this example server handler. Why not? And client side we have example client handler, which I won't create because we don't actually need that, but just for reference. Now we create this class and we copy all the code from here. So this is basically what we want. Our channel is example mod dot instance. We don't have an instance. Okay, we need an instance. So let's just do this. We can use it. We'll call this example mod. Example mod instance. Yeah. Okay. So example mod dot instance. This is basically identifying our channel through chicken bones packet system. Now, when we handle a packet, what we want to do is, if packet is type 1, which is basically this number, then we want to call event handler, which is actually example event handler, our custom event handler dot place sender, and we keep that. It's fine. And override. Custom, not custom. This is a server packet handler. Port. Okay. We don't need this. Okay. So basically now we have also a packet system, so that we can place our multiparts server side. We don't need this anymore. Okay, so this will use our custom channel, which is example server handler channel, send to server, from the client to the server, a message, a packet actually, and this should be all we need. Let's see. Sorry, my mod ID is actually lowercase, so instance is that. Sorry. Okay, so let's test this. Okay, I know what's wrong. Now, here we have our part that is created by this method, and yes, not torch part, but our sample sided part. Okay, better? Yes, now we're talking. Nice. Okay, so this was quite long and messy, but I hope you learned something. So yeah, basically I think I will keep uploading more or less one video per week, and yes, arrivederci.